Eliana, were you attacking? Probably not. She's stuck. A werewolf? Oh, he's up there. Oh, stop it.
Saving the day.
Oh, we have darkspawn here. I'm gonna freeze myself too. And I'm gonna ask help from Liliana. The Radcliffe Knights will probably come down to me. That would be fantastic if they did. They are coming to help. Except Logain, who's concentrated on the Archdemon. I'm fine with this. Can you come and help me, Stan, please? You're out. We don't have any more small thingies.
Yes.
Liliana, do you wanna go for the ballista? I think we are okay. Look at Stan killing the Archdemon, guys. I wish there was a different animation for the mage, because I don't see her using a sword.
And then it was over. With the Archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Farelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its queen. Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation. The one who led the charge against the Archdemon and killed it remains with us still, an inspiration to all she saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the hero of Farelden. The first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. Grey Warden, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Farelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon you might request of Farelden's queen?
It would be great to be able to ask for the independence of the Circle of Farelden, but I don't think you can. I mean, you can in this game, and it will figure as if the Circle is independent, but it's not very lore complaint, I suppose, because circles will not be independent until maybe Inquisition, so this is like an option that creates some suspension of disbelief, I suppose. I only wish to continue to serve with the crown, yeah, well, to strengthen our bond.
Then let it be known I appoint you Chancellor, to serve as my advisor in the years to come. A finer advisor I cannot imagine. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhow, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? I assume that as Chancellor you'll be remaining here in Denerim.
Yes, of course. I will take a break. Mira will take a break. We'll see later which kind of break, but I think you'll need my help.
You are no doubt correct. Having you near at hand would be a great relief. There is a group of eager Farelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you are ready.
Oh, I love how friendly Anora and Mira have become towards each other. That's really lovely. Alright guys, so Morrigan's gone, of course she's not here. Let's go talk with the people remaining. Anora, for example, hey.
Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations, Warden. I must admit that while I did not share my father's pessimism regarding the Grey Wardens, I had my doubts that such a small number of you could be victorious. Yet here you are.
Yeah, I think Morrigan gave us insurance or something like that, but yes we did.
Normally I would call that bravado, but it seems your confidence is deserved. Now I see Arl Eamon gesturing to me. There is more work to be done. I must take my leave of you, I fear. Enjoy the rest of the celebration, Warden. I shall speak to you again before the day is done.
Alright. Chancellor of Farelden, that's not bad. Of course Mira will always be taking care of the Grey Wardens first, because she's now the Warden Commander of Farelden. But yes, she does want to remain tied to Anora, so the position of advisor is a very good one. And regardless, her, Anora and Loghain will still be tied forever as long as they live, I suppose, and even afterwards if one of the three dies. Hey, Loghain?
I assume that Morrigan's ritual is behind our miraculous survival. I cannot help but wonder if the price was worth it. I shudder to think what the witch will do with any child she can see.
Well, maybe you could help me rectify that. In fact, I intend to go after her. If she conceives one, we don't know that. Nah, I believe she did. I believe everything was arranged very good by her. Other wardens, like the one in Orlays or the one in Weishaupt, might raise suspicions regarding our own survival, and at that point we could, say everything that happened, even rat Morrigan out, technically, with the excuse that we were so few in numbers that we needed to know that somebody could survive. If with our resources now we can get after Morrigan, with all the Warden army, I mean, what we should do against an army? Seriously, we have the resources and we will find her.
Oh, I understand that she disappeared right after the battle. No doubt she wished not to be found. If you intend to chase after her, I doubt it'll be a simple task. I understand you will be remaining here. I've been tapped to lead up the Grey Warden recruitment efforts here in Farelden.
Indeed.
Anora's influence, no doubt. I would have preferred she not interfered.
Well, we both decided this just after the battle. She's his father-daughter,
So it appears. Allow me to say before I go that you've earned my respect. Odd that I ended up here saying that. But there it is. Return to your celebration. Perhaps we shall meet again.
Okay. And then, who do we have? Oh my god, what happened here? Shell? Are you in there? What the hell happened to you? Okay, let's see.
So it survived after all. My impression that all creatures made of flesh were hopelessly squishy was, premature.
You're right about most people, I suppose.
No doubt. It has proven to me, however, that fleshiness does not automatically mean squishiness. It has made me revise my opinion of its kind, my kind. I am, or at least was, a dwarf. A creature of flesh. I have to keep reminding myself that. In fact, I think I may even try to become one again.
Come again?
Wynne has offered to accompany me to Tevinter to speak with the mages there. The Circle of Minrathrus has the largest collection of arcane knowledge in Thedas. If it is possible to reverse this process, then the knowledge to do so will be there, or that is my hope. And if not, then I will keep looking. I have nothing if not time, yes?
Indeed, I suppose that's true.
I intend to return eventually, unless I finally decide to destroy all pigeons everywhere. That may take a while, but otherwise I will come back. If it happens to one day see a tiny little dwarf who appears very nervous of being squished, that will be me.
Okay.
Until then, I wish it well. You have been a fine friend.
So nice that Wynne is accompanying her. That's... I can't. Hello, schmooples. Yeah, it's nice that Wynne is accompanying her, and they're going to have these mysteries to solve together. Hey, Leliana.
So here we are. The conquering heroine has won the day, and now she takes her bow and exits the stage. A fine ending.
Indeed, we couldn't have had a more deserving and fine ending. But I'm not going anywhere.
But I may be, I'm afraid. I can't help now but think of my vision. Whether it was the Maker sending me to you or whatever, it was a good thing. I thought I was supposed to save you, to show you the way. But it seems it was meant to be the other way around. Odd how that works, no?
Not really, but yes, I suppose it is.
I've been offered a position to head up an investigation into the Darkspawn. It's quite exciting, really.
Ah, yes, I know about the investigation. Anora told me. I have agreed with her. We both knew about this. Do you need any help?
Oh no, you have your own things to keep you busy, I'm sure. It will be a grand adventure of my very own. I'm looking forward to it. At any rate, you should get back to the celebration. We can speak another time.
Ah, yes, of course. And we are very hopeful that she comes back with some kind of intelligence or, you know, whatever she can find. Hey, Zevran.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done.
Why?
Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you.
Okay. You don't have to stay, you know.
And leave you to face the unwashed masses alone? Perish the thought. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker. While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on remaining here. Is that true?
Well, yes. You're thinking of leaving, are you?
That was the idea. See the world, meet some people, rob a few of them blind. Do you have something different in mind?
No, I think it might be safer for you if you go.
Yes, I suppose that is true. Sad as it is. Well then, I suppose I shall be leaving soon. Perhaps Farelden.
Farelden?
Canary are pleasant folk.
Are you sure?
I hope fate decrees we meet again. Bon niviati, as we say back home. Drink well and be merry. Life is good.
Yeah, I don't think Kunari Lando would be a good choice for you, Zevran. Honestly. I think he might have a major crush on Mira.
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is actually good. Orzammar ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure.
Enjoying yourself already, I see.
After what we went through, I think I've earned it. I think you've earned it. So I guess you're staying here in Denerim? Unless my hearing's bad, which happens.
Yeah, I will be staying here, but... Why? What are you doing?
I'm thinking I'll stick around myself. At least for a bit.
For a bit?
I got offered a spot in the human army. And not as a mascot either. You know, these humans aren't bad for all their long legs.
Indeed. They must have noticed you. You need to straighten up some.
Some? Yeah, sure. I can be sober. Some.
Oh god.
Well. Enough babbling. That pot-bellied son of a whore Tegan said I'd pass out before drinking an entire barrel of pickle juice. I aim to prove him wrong.
Tegan? Oh my god, that's... I don't expect that. Didn't expect that from him. That's gross.
Well, that's what I told him. Offended my dainty sensibilities, I said. Ooh, scandalous.
Oh god.
Been good traveling with you, Warden. Don't get lost in the shuffle now.
I won't. You're surrounded by dogs, Stan.
It is good to see you again, Kadan.
Indeed.
These people, they call you hero. It is a strange word, but I think I understand its meaning. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud.
Yeah, Mira is very proud of herself right now. Nothing wrong with a little pride.
I would argue, had you not ended a blight, for such an accomplishment there may be allowances.
Thank you.
What the human custom has in common with our own is that the declaration of a Kunoran veil is a cause for much celebration. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness.
Oh, come on, Stan. It's only for a day, I suppose. Maybe a week. All considered. That would be quite a sight.
It is interesting. It can take days for the Ben Hasrath to restore order. There may even be executions. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you.
I expected this. I actually needed to take a break, and I could go with you if you like.
Is that truly what you want? There is much to hold you here, and it is a long journey.
Well, I deserve a vacation, you know, and it would be really nice to, you know, go through Kunari land and be accompanied by Stan, so be relatively protected and explore, gather information, and Zevran could come with us. Somebody has to make sure you don't lose your sword. I can always come back, Stan. You know, whenever we will be done, when my trip will be over, or... Let's try this one. Somebody has to make sure you don't lose your sword.
Funny. Yes.
Uh-huh.
If you truly wish to come, I have a ship prepared to leave in 2 days' time.
We will come.
Meet me at the docks after all this celebration is over. It would be good to continue our travels. If I do not see you there, Hanahedan Kadan. May you always find the path you seek.
Of course we will be going, and Zevran mentioned he wanted to go to Farelden, so... maybe we could go all together for a while. It is implied that this dog might be Morrigan. It is implied only, though, if you choose a particular path with her. It's clearer if you choose a different path than the one we chose for ourselves. A win.
The hero of Farelden. My. How does it feel?
Well deserved.
I suppose it is at that. A blight defeated with the other nations barely becoming aware. Who could ask for better?
Absolutely true.
I'm glad not to be on the receiving end of all this attention myself. I say, let the young have their fame. Not that I've gone without notice. Irving asked me to take over as first enchanter, but I don't wish to go back. Not after all this. Instead, I've decided to travel. Shale has expressed a desire to go to Deventer to look into a way to regain her mortality. And I will join her.
Let's pretend she said the Gregor instead of Irving, because Irving is dead. Yeah, she told me she wants to regain her mortality.
It seems that a creature of flesh impressed her enough that she is willing to discard her notions about them being frail and disgusting. I wonder who. At any rate, I offered to bring her before the Deventer mages. Their lore is considerable, and I've always wanted to travel to Minrathruz. I doubt we will meet again, my dear. If not, please accept my best wishes.
Wow, Mira would have never, refused the position of first enchanter. My god. But maybe she understands why Winnie's doing this. Nah, she doesn't understand. And we're done. I don't understand why Arl Eamon is not here. Maybe he died during the last fight, but he should be safe. because he's usually here and you can click on him or Tegan and they say something. I think I remember this. Maybe not. I don't recognize any of the other people, so... Okay, so... We're going out. And thank you everybody who followed this Let's Play and commented and liked it. I thank you very much. It's an adventure I really wanted to share. I hope you get the game if you don't have it, and I would like to thank again all the people who made this game, because it's something very precious to me. Okay, let's go, guys.
Are you ready, my lady? The crowds outside are getting restless.
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.
In the months that followed her coronation, Anora proved herself an adept ruler. Trade agreements with other lands quickly brought new funds into the royal coffers, and with them the queen saw the capital rebuilt. The army was restored, laws were passed to encourage freeholders to produce sufficient harvests, and plans were conceived for a university. As the years passed, Anora continued to rebuff the advice of Farelden's nobility, requesting that she remarry. Though prospective suitors from other nations visit Denerim from time to time, the queen's only comment is that all of them fall far short of the bar she measures them against that of her father. Is this dog? Did you hear that? As Chancellor, Mira was often seen at court, at least for a time. Queen Anora conferred with her Chancellor over matters of state, and it was easy to see that the former Grey Warden had great sway over the kingdom's rule. That's what we wanted, right? News that the urn of sacred ashes had been found in Farelden did not spread outside the Chantry until Brother Genitivi made an announcement several months after the defeat of the Darkspawn. The manuscript detailing his research and his experience with Andraste's cult drew huge interest among scholars throughout Thedas. Some years later, the Chantry announced that the resting place of Andraste's ashes had indeed been found. A ripple of excitement spread amongst the pious people of Thedas, with many undertaking pilgrimages to see the ashes or partake of their healing powers. Following months of grim effort, the Templars cleared the last remaining spirits from the Circle Tower, making it safe to rebuild a home for Farelden's Circle of Magi. Rumors of what happened increased the common folk's distrust of mages, and more than one young apprentice claimed to encounter mages thought long dead, still wandering in the Fade. Once the tower was rebuilt, Knight Commander Gregor stepped down from his post and retired to a life of private contemplation as a brother in the Chantry. His health failed over time, and after refusing treatment, he perished in his sleep. Knight Commander Cullen was said to be more strict and less trusting of the mages even than Gregor was. He ruled the circle with fear. By the way, I don't know about Cullen, but his position in the circle might not be canon, the one that I gave him in this Let's Play, because he's supposed to have had a massive breakdown and been sent away for a time, so I don't know how this works. With the slavers shut down in the Alien Age, the lot of the city-born elves improved for a time. A food shortage years later forced Queen Anora to come down hard on elven rioters, and an act not quickly forgiven, and a sign that tensions between the elves and the humans were far from resolved. Shani continued to be an outspoken member of the Alien Age community, and in time became the new elder. That outspokenness earned her frequent trouble, but served her people well. Arl Imon eventually returned to Redcliffe, beginning the long task of rebuilding. The village was a ruin, however, and rumors that it was haunted kept people from returning in numbers. The castle became near empty, with only a handful of soldiers to man it. Redcliffe itself dwindled in importance. Connor was sent off to study at the Circle, and considering his earlier experiences, he excelled in his training and easily passed the Arrowing to become a full mage. At his father's urging, Connor accepted a position in Tevinter to undertake formal study of the Fade. In the Brazilian forest, the werewolves thrived for a time, living in the remains of the devilish camp and enjoying recognition for their bravery at the siege of Denerim. Even that goodwill was only to last so long, however. Try though she might, the Lady of the Forest could not entirely suppress the werewolf's animal nature, nor her own, and eventually the curse spread into nearby human settlements. The werewolf population swelled until finally the army of Farelden was called in to deal with the threat permanently. Many a werewolf died, but when the soldiers arrived at the old devilish camp, they found it abandoned. The Lady of the Forest was gone, as were her followers, who were not seen again. In Orzammar, King Harrowmont found himself in a protracted battle against Balin's rebellion that left him unable to gain the stability he needed. The clan lords objected to many of his measures in the assembly, and only his efforts to increase the dwarves' isolation from the surface met with any success. In time, Harrowmont's health began to fail. Some claimed it was poison, while others said it was a flagging spirit. Either way, after a protracted illness, the king finally passed away. The wrangling in the assembly for a successor began almost immediately. Brother Burkel's new chantry in Orzammar drew a surprising number of converts among the dwarves. They quickly attracted a great deal of anger from more conservative quarters, and before long the assembly severely restricted the Andrastians' rights. Brother Burkel resisted and was slain while being arrested during a peaceful demonstration in the Commons. The assembly claimed that this was an accident, but news of the resulting riots reached the chantry on the surface, where the divine even contemplated a new exalted march. Yeah, indeed, it was really good thinking from Mira's point of view, not sparing Branka, really, because imagine what that crazy woman would have done with just thinking about what they did to Brother Burkel. Maybe she could have invaded the surface. I don't know, something like that. She was crazy after all. The dwarven mage Dagna ultimately completed her studies at the rebuilt Circle Tower. Eventually she published a comprehensive theory of how Illyrium vapors relate to the supply of magic. It gained a great deal of attention, of course, why wouldn't it? Although the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumors about its location crept into Orzammar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn on the surface, a few determined smiths managed to locate the Anvil's remains. They examined the runes of the Anvil, and upon returning to Orzammar with their findings, convinced the Chaperate to attempt to recreate Caridin's research. A new golem was created, bound with the spirit taken from the Fade. How did they even do that? That's crazy. The golem immediately went insane, killing several shapers before it was destroyed. The research was branded excessively dangerous and sealed away. Whispers of its existence circulated throughout Orzammar, however, and demand among the Smith case to reopen Caridin's research refused to abate. As good as a reward, Morrigan disappeared once the archdemon was slain. Someone of Morrigan's description was seen traveling alone months later, heading west through the Frostback Mountains. And she may even have been with child. The companions who had traveled with Mira eventually scattered to the four winds, drawn either by personal duty or by the call to further adventure. The hero remained in Denerim, a celebrity amongst the commoners and a fixture at court, at least for a time. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt the Order in Amaranthine, they discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete. Although the Horde was rooted and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death, many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived to organize roving war bands that preyed both upon the land and upon each other. These war bands spread havoc, and some even journeyed west into Orlais or crossed the Shining Sea by the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to wipe out. But these are tales yet to be told. This tale ended with when Mira sank her blade in the Archdemon's head and destroyed it forever. It was not the last that Farelden would hear of her, however. Alright guys, thank you very much. I will not be able to show you the whole credits of the game because I think there might be a copyrighted song later, so unfortunately I can't. Thank you very much again to the creators of the game, and everybody who watched this. I hope you liked it, and see you in Awakening, and maybe we'll do Leliana's song first. See you then.